As a past chairman, a partner and a friend of the Pakistan Business Council, the Honorable Minister of Finance, Mohammad Aurangzeb. Minister Aurangzeb has led the stabilization phase of the economy with discipline and clarity. Under his leadership, Pakistan has met all core IMF performance criteria and restored a good deal of fiscal and macroeconomic stability. But what distinguishes his stewardship is not only meeting targets, it is recognizing that stability alone is not enough. He has been clear Pakistan must now shift from crisis management to competitiveness, productivity, investment, and export-led growth. And those are priorities aligned with PBC's. The private sector stands ready to support your reform agenda to help move Pakistan beyond the boom and bust cycle and towards sustained export-driven growth. And we look forward to hearing from you how we can play a stronger, more constructive role. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Minister of Finance, Mohammad Aurangzeb.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Chairperson Zilaf Munir, the board members of Pakistan Business Council, distinguished members of the Pakistan Business Council, ladies and gentlemen, it's a real pleasure to be here this afternoon. And just to be very clear, I was not between you and the luncheon. I was told to come in late. I normally have my lunch at 1, and I did today as well. So my friend JK, where you are, you owe me one lunch, a good lunch somewhere. Well, first of all, compliments, real compliments to the board and Pakistan Business Council for coming up with such a comprehensive program. I was just flicking through your agenda for today and tomorrow, and it's just amazing. In terms of the thematic stuff, not only in terms of the immediate priorities around economy and the turnaround discussion, etc., but equally discussions around what I have always been calling existential threats to Pakistan. So you're going to have discussions around that, whether it's around population. I'm sure Minister Planning will bring it up at your dinner. I'm sure Minister Climate Change is going to talk about it in detail when he gets to your forum. Now, I also wanted to acknowledge those of you and some of you who are leading some of the working groups which have been set up by the Prime Minister in terms of how we tackle with many issues going forward. And I know Pakistan Business Council overall does not come through with emotions. The fact that you have research-based capacity, therefore every analytical stuff that you're going to present, either through the forum or through those groups, is going to be led by fact base. So I just want to acknowledge that, the fact that some of you who are leading some of those groups is going to be very important, and you know it's going to be listened to. The fact that the Prime Minister made a decision on the spot, Zulkarnain Sahab, आप उसको lead कर रहे थे, in terms of आपकी तरफ से तो जो proposal आया था, वो ये आया था कि export surcharge को suspend कर दें. And the Prime Minister said, we are going to abolish it. And also in terms of moving the EDF governance not only in terms of the funds which are there, but how we're going to take it forward. And the fact that he said is going to be not a minister, but a person from the private sector who is going to oversee all of this. So I would suggest that from the government's perspective, we took, and the Prime Minister, notwithstanding what your recommendations were, which were very good recommendations, and maybe the thought process was को इसको थोड़ा सा आहिस्ता लेके चलें, थोड़ा सा phase-in approach लेके चलें, but the fact that the Prime Minister made those very bold decisions and the right ones, I think is very good. Having been associated with this, with the council myself, I know there are a number of you, if not many of you, whom I call serial advisors, who have been advising the governments and administrations year after year and decades after decades. और वो सबसे अच्छी बात ये है कि जो पाकिस्तान बिजनेस काउंसिल से जो एडवाइस आती है और हमेशा आती रही है is not only about what and why, because the policy prescriptions when I was in the private sector and now here in my public service capacity as well, कि what and why तो बहुत देर से हमें पता है और कुछ और हमें पता चलता जा रहा है. It's always the how part of it and the who part of it, and that's where all of you, ladies and gentlemen, come in a big way through your research organization as well. तो आज जब मैं ये आपका प्रोग्राम देख रहा था on my way here, so I was thinking through कि ये कौन सा टॉपिक है जो कवर नहीं हुआ जिसके बारे में मुझे बात करनी चाहिए during your very precious luncheon time, and I had to think about it, where I don't go into duplication and don't जो आपका बड़ा precious वक्त आप सब यहाँ practitioners, senior leaders who are here from the various companies कि उनका वक्त का ज़िया ना हो. So I would just want to focus on 2-3 things, and then if Dr. Zilaf, if you would allow, we would get into some Q&A, because I think that would be a good way to get into a bit of a dialogue. So starting at the global level, and I've said it, असफर आप वहाँ थे, आपकी जो समिट थी वहाँ मैंने ये बात की थी कि and I was just talking to the president of World Economic Forum, Boge, before I came here, in terms of what we can look forward to in Davos in 26 in January. And when I was there in January, the reality is there was a lot of doom and gloom. And I think where we are at end November, the world appears to be in a better place than where we thought it would be as the world started drifting from a rule-based order. Or usme, having been in DC and in Riyadh in the last few weeks, I think there are a number of points which are being made why this has transpired. In the first instance, there's been no mutual disruption. तो जो tariffs की discussion थी कि वहाँ tit for tat होगा etc., वो नहीं हुआ और उसका जो impact है वो भी उतना नहीं हुआ. That doesn't mean कि 26 में ये नहीं होगा, but at this point in time it didn't translate into what we thought where it would be at this point in time. The other thing when it comes to emerging markets, and I think that's where it becomes very important for Pakistan as well, in terms of number of these markets continue to be on structural reform agenda path. And the last thing I would say is the role of the private sector. And that's where all of you play such an important role in terms of taking discussions forward here in Pakistan. लेकिन ये सिर्फ पाकिस्तान की बात नहीं है, मैं एक इमर्जिंग मार्केट्स की डिस्कशन कर रहा हूँ कि जहाँ प्राइवेट सेक्टर ने जो रोल प्ले किया उसकी वजह से the downsides which we thought would materialize beginning of the year and it didn't come in. Now, having said that, obviously everything is not hunky-dory. The uncertainty is there in terms of geopolitical tensions, trade fragmentation, supply chain readjustments. I wouldn't call supply chain disruptions, but readjustments. And therefore, every country, including Pakistan, we need to ensure that we build fiscal and external buffers to deal with exogenous shocks. And all of you are well aware of what's happening on our borders and some of the internal जो खलफशार इस वक्त है. तो इसलिए as a federal government, as Ministry of Finance, it's important for us to ensure those buffers are there. Now, coming to Pakistan, we have consolidated gains on macro stability front. मुझे बताया गया कि आज सुबह you were dealing with actually 4 governors. डॉक्टर इशरत साहब यहाँ तशरीफ़ रखते हैं और and then of course the governor of the state bank was with you as well, and he talked about the economy and where we are in terms of macro stability. So I'm not going to go there because I'm sure he must have addressed it in a very big way in terms of our doctor. Of course, Dr. Sahab, my apologies. आप भी यहाँ हैं. आपका तो दोनों रोल्स हैं, गवर्नर भी है, मिनिस्टर ऑफ फाइनेंस भी हैं. तो डॉक्टर शमशाद को I just want to acknowledge that as well. Now, where we are at this point in time, because ये मैं पहले भी बात करता रहा हूँ कि स्टेबलाइजेशन आती है, फिर हमारा एक गोल्ड रश आता है और गोल्ड रश में हम सब बह जाते हैं कि ये ग्रोथ कहाँ है और ग्रोथ क्यों नहीं हो रही है, और उसके बाद आज एम्प्लॉयमेंट डेटा भी है. तो अब ये सारी जो डिस्कशंस हैं इसको हमने किसी एक तरीके से आगे लेकर जाना है और उस गोल्ड रश में नहीं जाना है. बिकॉज इवन इन आवर नेबरली कंट्री विच आर ग्रोइंग एट high single digit is still jobless growth. So you have to figure it out, how do we make it comprehensive as we take it forward in the context of services, in terms of AI, in terms of technology, and how this discussion has to go forward. But having said that, it's good to see some green shoots. जो इस वक्त डेटा मेरे सामने है कि for first 4 months cement growing year on year at 16%, fertilizer at 9%, petroleum 4%, automobiles 31%, mobile phones at 26%, LSM at about 4% year on year. और उसमें मैं आता हूँ कि थोड़ी सी जो चीज़ें हमें we have to be careful as we move forward, because I don't think we can call it a trend yet. But the underlying variables and some of the building blocks are indeed positive. यहाँ भी यूसुफ हुसैन साहब मुझे मिले थे, तो उनका ही चेंबर का, आई थिंक वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट कि गवर्नमेंट ने तो जो कहना है वो कहती रहेगी, लेकिन जो डेटा हमारे सामने आ रहा है और जो सर्वेज हमारे सामने आ रहे हैं, आई थिंक दोज आर गोइंग टू बी क्वाइट इम्पोर्टेंट. तो ये ओवरसीज चेंबर, यूसुफ साहब आप कहीं बैठे हैं, तो आपका ही ये सर्वे है which you published about a couple of weeks back, that with current economic stabilization 73% of OICCI members now recommend Pakistan as a viable FDI destination compared to 61% 2 years earlier. This coming from overseas chamber, not from the government. And then the other discussion which has been there, and I do appreciate that, और वो important भी है, about MNCs and where the multinational corporations here are. Of course, overseas chamber में उसकी बहुत representation है, Pakistan Business Council में उसकी बहुत representation है, और उसमें of course, I mean, all having worked for MNCs and global organizations for most of my career, of course, global organizations make their participation choices, whether it's client, whether it's product, whether it's geographies, for their own ROIs and reasons and ROEs. दूसरा एक थोड़ा सा shift है from west to east, एंड मिडल ईस्ट, तो उसमें whether it's Aramco, Wafi, Gunvor, Turkish Petroleum very recently, in terms of mining and minerals, Barrick Gold, Strategic Metals, Nova Minerals, in terms of the EVs, BYD, Chery, others coming in, and of course before that very recognized players here, construction infrastructure में Abu Dhabi Ports, और Google के फोरम में तो मैं खुद था आज से 3 हफ्ते पहले, when Google senior management came here to not only announcing opening up of their office here, but also announcing that Pakistan is going to be, inshallah, a technical and export hub for Google. So I think these are data points. I'm not saying कि इसके basis पे कोई again trend की बात हो सकती है, लेकिन ये data points हैं which are also important to acknowledge as we go forward. Now I do want to spend, as you move from your appetizers into the luncheon, some of the aspects around structural reforms, because उसमें बहुत बात होती है कि जी ये stabilization आ गई है, इसमें growth होगी नहीं होगी, and a lot of policy prescriptions talk about the structural reforms which have been elusive in Pakistan, and that is correct. But आज से कोई 3-4 हफ्ते पहले, along with my honorable cabinet colleagues, we did a 2-hour press conference in front of the media to present not the design part of the structural reforms, but how it's being operationalized. And we took the media questions. अभी हमारे कुछ दोस्त हैं, अगर कोई कहे मैं ना मानूं तो उसका कुछ नहीं हो सकता. But having said that, we try to present the way Pakistan Business Council presents the fact base, because I think that's very critical. Now starting with taxation, चूँकि आपने कल दोपहर को चेयरमैन FBR को यहाँ मदऊ किया हुआ है, so I don't want to steal his thunder in terms of what he's going to present, and I'm very grateful कि आपने उनको मौका भी दिया because he's already presented to Pakistan Business Council, but tomorrow he's going to go into much more detail. And I spent about 2 hours yesterday in terms of the whole digitalization and how we are going to, because देखिए ये जो सारी transformation हो रही है, this is people, process, technology, because that's how you make in your own organizations, any transformation that you embark on is people, process, technology. Not a single thing can come in and say कि this is going to be the magic wand which is going to take it forward. तो कल जो हमने 2 घंटे लगाए हैं वो इस चीज़ पे लगाए हैं कि हम ये जितना रिफॉर्म हुआ है, और हमें अक्टूबर में इनवाइट किया गया by the World Bank Group, and we were in Washington DC where we presented the reform agenda of FBR. और उसमें there were various countries, emerging markets, and the Egyptian finance minister specifically talked to me and walked up to me and said कि या मैं अपनी टीम यहाँ भेजूँगा या आप अपनी टीम कायरो भेज दें. I mean, this is matter of record. This is not something which I'm saying because it's part of the thing which is minuted कि इस किस्म की ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन 12 से 14 से 18 महीने में ये नहीं हुई है. तो hopefully he can talk to you tomorrow. अब उसमें फॉर्मल सेक्टर पे कितना बोझ पड़ा है, उसकी वजह से इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर पे क्या हुआ है, सैलरी क्लास पे कितना बोझ पड़ा है और उसकी वजह से हमें उसको कैसे नॉर्मलाइज करना है. These are all things which are important factors as we go forward. लेकिन कल hopefully he can tell you how we are trying to institutionalize it, because the level of skepticism is huge, and rightly so, क्योंकि ये कोई अब से तो बात नहीं हो रही है कि टैक्स को कैसे ट्रांसफॉर्म किया जाए और कैसे चोरी चकारी को बंद किया जाए, कैसे करप्शन को बंद किया जाए, बिकॉज दीज आर ऑल यूफेमिज्म्स अराउंड लीकेजेस. तो मैं हमेशा ये बात कहता हूँ और आपसे भी यही बात कहूँगा कि आप भी थोड़ा सा हौसला करें और हम भी थोड़ा सा हौसला करेंगे, क्योंकि जहाँ कोई लेने वाला होता है वहाँ कोई देने वाला भी होता है। तो मेरी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि यू आर ऑल्सो गोइंग टू बिकम ए वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ दैट ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन एज वी गो फॉरवर्ड। तो अब उसमें वो तो कल आपसे डिटेल बात करेंगे, बिकॉज फ्रॉम माई परस्पेक्टिव द इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज़ हाउ वी मेक इट इरिवर्सिबल एंड हाउ वी इंस्टीट्यूशनलाइज इट। द सेकेंड थिंग इज़, जो मैंने आपसे पहले भी जिक्र किया था, कि द पॉलिसी पार्ट ऑफ इट, विच मीन्स कि बजट क्या बनाना है, कौन से टैक्सेस इम्पोज करने हैं, कौन से टैक्सेस रिमूव करने हैं, कौन से टैक्सेस रैशनलाइज करने हैं, इज़ नॉट पार्ट ऑफ द FBR डोमेन एनी मोर। ये डॉक्टर शमशाद आपके वक्त में ये बातचीत शुरू हुई जब आप केयर टेकर थी, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर। आई रिमेन वेरी ग्रेटफुल फॉर योर थॉट प्रोसेस एंड योर लीडरशिप। जब आपने ये शुरू किया, उसको हम कुछ थोड़ा सा पाया तकमील की तरफ पहुंचाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। सो द टैक्स पॉलिसी ऑफिस हैज़ नाउ मूव्ड इनटू द फाइनेंस डिवीजन। डॉक्टर नजीब हैं कहीं? जी, डॉक्टर नजीब तशरीफ रखिए। तो he is now heading up the tax policy office. We are operationalizing the tax policy office, जो administration हमने अभी लानी थी, हम ले आए हैं, and we have in the process of forming an advisory council. The inaugural session of that advisory council, which is from the private sector primarily at this point in time from academicians and practitioners, will be held tomorrow afternoon. And as we go forward, we are going to bring business representation into the tax policy office at the advisory level. तो इस वक्त एहसान मलिक साहब हैं इधर? नहीं है। तो एहसान, by economic value consideration, not how you make the math work. मैंने पहले भी बात की है, we will still have to make the math work. Don't take me wrong, because we still have to get the country moving and get the country's finances in the right place. लेकिन अब ये इनके पास वो डे टू डे काम नहीं है, इनका और कोई काम नहीं है other than stakeholder engagement, and stakeholder engagement not you coming to Islamabad but Islamabad going to various chambers. और मैंने अभी कराची चेंबर में था मैं, और ये डॉक्टर जी मेरे साथ थे, और हम आपके पास भी आएंगे। लेकिन ये अब वो प्रोसेस ख़त्म हो जाएगा कि मई जून में ये इंटरेक्शन होगी, कांस्टेंट इंटरेक्शन होगी, कांस्टेंट इंटरेक्शंस होगी with the policy making bodies, with the associations, with the chambers, with sector analytics, और हम इनको पूरा एनालिटिकल सपोर्ट लेकर देंगे। और अभी भी जो कुछ ग्रुप्स बनाए गए हैं बाय द प्राइम मिनिस्टर, उसमें टैक्सेशन भी है, उसमें एनर्जी है, आपकी तरफ से भी आएगा। बट दिस इज़ गोइंग टू बी ए 24/7 365 डे इंटरेक्शन बिटवीन द पॉलिसी मेकिंग एंड नॉट बजट मेकिंग. Budget is a different discussion. Policy making on the tax side and where we need to take this country forward. Energy side पे I appreciate कि शायद अली परवेज़ साहब भी यहाँ होंगे आपके साथ, और जो अभी discussions लगारी साहब कर चुके हैं in terms of changing the governance, circular debt को नीचे लाने में कुछ उन्होंने अभी packages announce किए हैं. तो reality is कि we forget where we were, and ये discussion आती है कि इसको do more, and I think it's absolutely right. Competitive tax base and competitive energy. This is how the industry is going to move forward. So I think a lot has been done, but a lot more needs to take place, and we do look forward to the recommendations from the private sector to the Prime Minister on this. SOE reforms, privatization. डॉक्टर इशरत, मैं आपका हमेशा जिक्र करता हूँ, बिकॉज़ आप एक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में थे जहाँ आपने बहुत ही कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव काम किया था, एंड आई एक्चुअली पिक्ड अप दैट व्हेन आई वाज आस्क्ड बाय द प्राइम मिनिस्टर टू चेयर द राइट साइजिंग कमेटी. आई रियली पिक्ड अप योर स्टडी, क्योंकि इतना कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव वहाँ काम हुआ था इन टर्म्स ऑफ अब हमारे पास आई डोंट नो आपके 4-5 साल पहले डॉक्टर साहब कितने थे, बट एज ऑफ नाउ वी हैड 40+ मिनिस्ट्रीज एंड अबाउट 400+ अटैच्ड डिपार्टमेंट्स. तो हमने सिर्फ थोड़ा सा उसको टैग चेंज किया कि rather than a big bang approach, we decided we are going to take it through waves. And we have moved it into 8 waves. और उसका हमने जो प्रोसेस इख्तियार किया और उसको जो एक सर्टन प्रोसेस के थ्रू हमने कहा कि हम इसको आगे लेकर जाएंगे कि इन द राइट साइजिंग कमेटी द मिनिस्ट्री एंड द अटैच्ड डिपार्टमेंट्स कम, दे मेक द प्रेजेंटेशंस, एंड नॉट सरप्राइजिंगली ऑलमोस्ट एवरी मिनिस्ट्री एंड एवरी अटैच्ड डिपार्टमेंट, मैं पहले भी कह चुका हूँ, वो कहते हैं वी आर डूइंग गॉड्स वर्क, या ये कहते हैं कि पिछले 40 साल से तो नहीं हुआ लेकिन अब आप हमें मौका दें, तो वो वन अप्रिशिएट्स दैट, बट इट्स अगेन जैसे आपका एक सर्टेन डोजेज ऑफ स्केप्टिसिज्म है, इसी तरह उस कमेटी में भी सर्टेन डोजेज ऑफ स्केप्टिसिज्म है कि व्हाई इफ इट हैजंट वर्कड फॉर डेकेड्स, certainly it's going to change in the next year or 2 years, and therefore we give the pushback. फिर सब कमेटी में जाते हैं, वहाँ जहाँ फैक्ट बेस की डिस्कशन हो और सब कमेटी में, then we recommendations come back into the full ministry. We agree or disagree, but whatever the final recommendations are sent back to the PM and the cabinet. Cabinet can agree or disagree, and it goes back to the ministry, and then it comes back to us for implementation. तो अब तक हम 20 मिनिस्ट्रीज़ और 301 डिपार्टमेंट्स को डील कर चुके हैं. So we are 50% done in terms of committee recommendation, in terms of cabinet approval, and now into implementation. 9 ministries and 78 departments are work in progress, and 10 still have to be presented. अब उसमें मैं कुछ बताना चाहता हूँ, because जैसे मैंने पहले जिक्र किया, क्योंकि ये हमेशा यही बात होती है कि जी स्ट्रक्चरल रिफॉर्म्स नहीं हो रही हैं, राइट साइजिंग नहीं हो रही है, बट दिस इज़ द फैक्ट बेस. एज ऑफ September 30th, 54,000 vacant posts have been abolished. This has an annual impact of 56 billion rupees. अब आप ये कह सकते हैं कि जी जो एग्जिस्टिंग है पहले उनको तो बजट में लाएं, और बिल्कुल सही बात है, और इंशाल्लाह हम इसको अगले साल के बजट में लाएंगे जो इस वक्त डिसीजंस हुए हैं. लेकिन अगर हम ये आज अबॉलिश ना करते तो ये खर्चा हमें आगे आना पड़ता. तो इट्स रियल. नारकोटिक्स कंट्रोल इंटीरियर मिनिस्ट्रीज़ को मर्ज कर दिया गया है, कश्मीर सैफ्रॉन को मर्ज कर दिया गया है, एविएशन डिफेंस को मर्ज कर दिया गया है, कैड हैज़ बिन क्लोज्ड, PWD हैज़ बिन क्लोज्ड, and Utility Services Corporation has been closed. PASCO is in the process of being closed. जब हम क्लोजर्स की बात करते हैं, लेडीज़ एंड जेंटलमैन, आप सब प्राइवेट सेक्टर को लीड कर रहे हैं. आप किसी एक डिपार्टमेंट को बंद करके देखें, आप किसी एक आर्म को बंद करके देखें, there are HR implications, there are liabilities on the financial side, there are liabilities on the litigation side. So what we are doing is to ensure that as we go through these closures, and these closures are a must, because it's not about 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people being employed there. It's the subsidy which we were providing and the corruption which was coming in, which is billions of rupees, and that's the real cost to the exchequer, not the ladies and gentlemen who have been working there. And therefore, the Prime Minister and the Cabinet, we are so passionate that this has to be done. और इसमें ये भी आपको बता दूं कि जिस तरह आप में डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन है, इसी तरह जो हमारे पार्टनर्स हैं उनमें भी डिफरेंसेस ऑफ ओपिनियन है, पार्लियामेंट में भी डिफरेंसेस ऑफ ओपिनियन है. तो ये इतना कहना, पॉलिसी प्रिस्क्रिप्शन देना कि आप क्यों नहीं कर रहे, आप क्यों नहीं बंद कर रहे, आपका खर्चा क्यों इस तरह जा रहा है, तो आई जस्ट वांटेड टू अगेन शेयर विद यू द फैक्ट बेस कि what we have done, not what we are planning to do. तो हर एक चीज़ का, एक इदारे को बंद करने का, उसकी जो बैंकों को हमने लाइबिलिटीज़ पे करनी है, उसको जिस तरह हमने PIA होल्डिंग्स में किया उसी तरह हमें उसको देखना है, क्योंकि हम बैंकों को तो नहीं कह सकते कि जी हमने बंद कर दिया, अब आप जाने, आपका काम जाने. इसी तरह जिस तरह आप लोग अपने पैकेजेस देते हैं, इसी तरह अपने वी हैव टू ट्रीट पीपल विद रिस्पेक्ट in terms of the packages that are to be given. और जो ongoing litigation है with the Attorney General and the Law Minister, with the help of the courts, to see how we go forward there. A few other things that I just want to mention in terms of the structural reforms, क्योंकि दो चीज़ें हैं जिस पे प्राइम मिनिस्टर वीकली स्टॉक टेकिंग करते हैं. एक टैक्सेशन है, and as I said, the chairman is going to be here with you tomorrow afternoon, so he will talk about it. The other is Digital Pakistan. और हम जहाँ तक कैशलेस की सारी डिस्कशन है उस पे the banking sector has been doing very well. State Bank through Rast with their payment platforms have been doing very well. जो One Link है वो अपना काम कर रहे हैं, आप अपनी सारी automation कर रहे हैं. But the reality is we were not moving fast enough. And therefore, under Prime Minister's leadership, ये बिलाल कियानी साहब आएंगे आपके, is he around? हाँ? Oh, he's traveling. हाँ, ठीक. Okay. But in any case, he's sort of quarterbacking this whole thing. लेकिन उसमें तीन verticals हैं. Digital payments adoption, which is Governor State Bank, आपसे उन्होंने आज सुबह बात की होगी. The digital public infrastructure, which is Shaza Fatma, Federal Minister IT, and government payments headed by Finance Secretary. और देखिए इसमें ये सारी चीज़ें जो हैं, these all come together. When we talk about transparency, when we talk about ease of doing business, when we talk about reducing corruption, when we talk about increasing documentation, when we talk about 9.7 trillion rupees cash in circulation and how we can bring it towards more documented economy, this infrastructure has to come in at Digital Pakistan level. और उसमें again this is a weekly stock taking by the Prime Minister. और उसमें मेरे पास इस वक्त जो है पूरी स्क्रीन नहीं है, लेकिन जो रोड मैप है कि इसमें जो डिजिटल पेमेंट इनोवेशन एडॉप्शन एक्टिव मर्चेंट्स हमने बेसलाइन बनाया जून 25 को, और फिर उसमें दो हमने माइलस्टोन्स बनाए हैं, not 3, 4, 5 year plans, but June 26, so the end of this fiscal year, and December 26, so end of next calendar year, in terms of active merchants, digital banking users, financially included population, citizen-centric DPI for Pakistan, और फिर गवर्नमेंट पेमेंट्स अगर आपकी सारी डिजिटाइज हो जाए, क्योंकि अब तो हम चले गए हैं, वो हमारी जो इंटरनल कम्युनिकेशन है वो ऑफिस पे चली गई है. आई मीन मे बी about 100 years later, but I think it's good that we are now there because it's all auditable, trackable, who said what at what point in time, किस minister के पास कितनी फाइल कितनी देर पड़ी रही है, etc. So I think that is a step in the right direction. But जितनी ये payments digitize होती जाएं, और उसमें मैं आपको ये कह सकता हूँ कि हमने December 26 का टाइम दिया था प्राइम मिनिस्टर को, उन्होंने June 26 का हमें कह दिया है. और दूसरा ये है कि आप खुद भी जाकर ज़रा कभी टेस्ट कीजिएगा. I am been told that Islamabad has mandated digital payments at all retail shops. Now please do go out and test it, and if it's not working, do let us know whether it's working or not. But I think it's an important initiative. और देखिए इसमें ये क्या वजह होती है, why does it work? Because in our individual verticals आप अपनी बहुत लार्ज कॉर्पोरेशंस रन करते हैं, आपकी भी अपने डिपार्टमेंट्स होते हैं. वी ऑल प्रोटेक्ट आवर ओन टर्फ, राइट. वी ऑल से कि हमारा अपना मिनिस्ट्री का इसमें क्या सिचुएशन होना है. अब इसमें रास मर्चेंट QR की ऑपरेशनलाइजेशन के लिए मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ कि मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस वाज होल्डिंग इट बैक, बिकॉज हमें एक ख़ास सब्सिडी देनी थी ताकि हम मर्चेंट्स को इंसेंटिवाइज कर सकें कि वो QR पेमेंट्स में आए. And of course we were holding back because that's the loss of revenue. But when the Prime Minister is chairing it, he can instruct me, get it done. And we got it done. Right? ये इसी तरह right of way charges जो आपने देखा है, ये एयरपोर्ट्स पे हुआ है, अब रेलवे में हुआ है. अब राइट ऑफ चेंजेस में ये था कि SMS चार्जेस कौन करेगा, नादरा क्या करेगा, टेलीकॉम ऑपरेटर्स क्या करेंगे, और इसमें सब इकट्ठे हैं. उसमें we collectively decided and right of way charges are done. I'm just giving a little bit of view on how implementation and execution can be done if people sit together and if there's ownership at the top. Last couple of things, and then we'll sort of as you finish your lunch. Debt servicing हमारे लिए सबसे बड़ा expense item है, and therefore a lot of other things जो आज आप सुनेंगे in terms of human indices, in terms of health, education, etc. Why this is हमारे लिए मुश्किल हो जाती है to support it. So from the debt management office, and now I'm talking here in the context of Ministry of Finance, we have now brought the debt management office, or in the process of bringing it to the 21st century, in terms of having a front office, middle office, back office, doing liability management trades, increasing our average time to maturity, doing alpha trades. ये सारी टेक्निकल टर्म्स हैं, लेकिन बेसिक मकसद ये है कि जैसे पॉलिसी रेट नीचे आए, अगर उसी मुनासबत से हमारी डेट सर्विसिंग अगर नीचे आ जाए, तो ना मेरी ज़रूरत है ना कि डेट मैनेजमेंट ऑफिस की ज़रूरत है, बिकॉज दैट्स it's just coming through the waterfall. Can we add a delta to that through the debt management office efforts, ताकि हम इस डेट सर्विसिंग कॉस्ट को नीचे लेकर आएँ, ताकि जो पिछले साल 850 बिलियन की करीब थी, इस साल तकरीबन 1 ट्रिलियन की इसमें सेविंग होगी. उसमें ऑब्वियसली पॉलिसी रेट का इम्पैक्ट है, बट एवरीथिंग दैट वी आर डूइंग, बिकॉज वो जो बंचिंग थी इन टर्म्स ऑफ रीफाइनेंसिंग रिस्क कि हर 3 महीने के बाद, हर 6 महीने के बाद, विद ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट टू ऑल माई फेलो बैंकर्स एंड ऑल्सो एन एक्स बैंकर, ताकि हम उसको प्राइस अप कर सकें, वो अब नहीं है, बिकॉज वी हैव टेकन द एवरेज मैच्योरिटी टू 4 years. And we will continue to increase our average time to maturity so that we are never ever, being dictated by any particular segment. हमने इसमें debt buybacks भी किए हैं, etc. The last thing is pension reform, because हमेशा ये बात होती है कि, और डॉक्टर साहब आपने भी उससे बहुत लिखा है, डॉक्टर साहब आप तो यहाँ थी, कि and I don't want to talk about unfunded liability because it's a different discussion, and but notwithstanding the stock which we still have to deal with, we had to stop the bleeding, और वो हमने पिछले साल इसको ख़त्म किया है. The direct contribution pension fund scheme notify हो गई July 24 से, that is now operational. तकरीबन 9,000 हमारे new colleagues join किए हैं in the government who are under the new scheme, and deduction of that contribution has started. As far as the armed forces are concerned, चूँकि उनका service structure थोड़ा सा different है, they will start from next year. Pension fund के लिए हमने एक NBFC create कर दिया है, और उसमें हम parametric reforms भी लेकर आए हैं कि pension on 24-month average pay, early retirement penalties, single pension or salary, etc. Because we had to stop the bleeding. That was very important as we go forward, कि while we keep on talking about कि हमें क्या करना चाहिए, कैसे नहीं करना चाहिए. The next few weeks, what is on the agenda and what we are going to prioritize. 4 December को the 11th NFC award meeting. As you know, the composition has been notified by the President. We were going to have it earlier on in the year, but because of the unfortunate flood situation, the provinces had to deal with the immediate priorities around the floods. So 4 December को हमारा वो 11th award का inaugural session है. I look forward to a very constructive engagement with the provinces. I think it's a real opportunity for us to continue to move forward in a collaborative manner, the way we talked about and organized and signed off on the National Fiscal Pact. And of course, it's a huge constitutional responsibility on the basis of which we are going to take it forward. The second thing is on the external front. मैं तकरीबन 7 या 8 finance ministers के साथ बात कर चुका हूँ कि we should tap the second largest, second deepest capital market in the world. And I'm very hopeful, and the way things are moving forward, that if not before the calendar year, before the Chinese New Year, inshallah, we will be able to do the inaugural print on the Panda bond. So all hands on deck on that side. And the last thing, which I know aapne kal, you have a session on that as well, which is wonderful, is around the new economy. So, और उसमें आपने देखा होगा कि अभी जो लेटेस्ट चेन एनालिसिस का डेटा आया है, Pakistan is number 3 in terms of crypto participation. So, when we formed the Pakistan Crypto Council earlier on in the year, we decided, और उसमें different points of view हैं, I'm sure इस group में भी होंगे, but we could not keep our head in the sand that this is going to blow over. ये जो हमारी participation है chain analysis की, you can figure it out yourself कि ये सही है, गलत है, number of people, amount being traded, etc. It's all, I mean, you're all world travelers and much more savvy on this than I am. But it was quite clear that we could not ignore it anymore. And therefore we formed the Crypto Council, and therefore we then went ahead with the discussion around the regulatory authority, which we are now in the process of operationalizing as Pakistan Virtual Regulatory Asset Authority, so that we essentially bring this this activity within the regulatory fold. It's both in terms of the business dynamics, but also to ensure that we stay on the right side of FATF. और उसमें जो भी हम इसको जैसे आगे लेकर जाएंगे, it's always going to be Pakistan first. We are getting help from other jurisdictions, but in terms of what we want to do in terms of any discussions around capital flight, in terms of KYC AML, in terms of suitability discussions, because we have, as you have seen a few weeks back, we have seen correction in the market. But again, from a new economy perspective, this remains an important agenda for us before the year is out. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patient hearing. And Dr. Zilaf, if there are any questions or observations, I'm more than happy to. Thank you.